You wake up tomorrow morning, and for the first time in years, you feel genuinely happy. Not because something amazing happened. Not because someone finally gave you what you wanted. But because you discovered something that most people spend their entire lives searching for. You know what? We've got happiness completely backwards. We're living in this constant state of waiting. Waiting for other people to make us happy. Waiting for them to say the right things, do the right things, be the person we desperately want them to be. We wait for our partner to love us the way we think they should. We wait for our boss to recognize our worth. We wait for our friends to show up the way we expect them to. We wait for our family to understand us. We wait for strangers to validate us. And while we're waiting, life passes us by. But here's the truth that changed everything for me. The truth that I wish someone had told me 20 years ago. I used to be one of those people. I was the king of expectations. I had this mental checklist for everyone in my life. My friends had to call me back within a certain time frame, or I'd feel rejected. My family had to remember every important date, or I'd feel unloved. My colleagues had to appreciate my work in exactly the way I wanted, or I'd feel undervalued. I was exhausted. Constantly disappointed. Always frustrated. And you know what the crazy part was? I thought everyone else was the problem. I thought if people would just be better, then I'd be happy. I was wrong. Dead wrong. The breakthrough came when I realized I was living my entire life as a victim of other people's choices. My mood depended on how others treated me. My self-worth was determined by external validation. My happiness was always just one conversation, one gesture, one acknowledgement away. That's no way to live. That's emotional slavery. So if you want to be truly happy, if you want that deep, unshakable joy that no one can take away from you, if you want to wake up every morning feeling grateful to be alive, you need to understand these 3 principles that will revolutionize your life. First, have zero expectations of others. Now, I know what you're thinking. Zero expectations? That sounds cold. That sounds like giving up on people. But here's what I mean: stop expecting people to read your mind. Stop expecting them to show up the way you want them to. Stop waiting for them to validate you or complete you. People are dealing with their own struggles, their own pain, their own limitations. They're doing the best they can with what they have. When you expect them to be something they're not, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, and you're setting them up for failure. Think about it. How many relationships have been destroyed by unmet expectations? How many friendships have ended because someone didn't live up to an imaginary standard? How much energy have you wasted being angry at people for being human? When you release expectations, something beautiful happens. You start seeing people for who they really are, not who you need them to be. You appreciate the love they give you instead of resenting the love they don't. You stop keeping score and start being grateful. This doesn't mean you accept bad behavior or toxic relationships. It means you stop trying to control outcomes and start focusing on your own responses. Second, take 100% responsibility for your life. This is the big one. This is where most people shut down because it's easier to blame others than to own your power. Your happiness? That's on you. Your success? That's on you. Your peace of mind? That's on you. Your relationships? Your career? Your health? Your mindset? All on you. I'm not saying external circumstances don't matter. Of course they do. Bad things happen to good people. Life isn't always fair. But here's what I've learned: you can't control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond to what happens to you. Think about the people you admire most. The ones who inspire you. What do they have in common? They don't make excuses. They don't blame their circumstances. They take what life gives them and they make something beautiful out of it. Nobody is coming to save you. Your parents aren't going to fix your problems. Your friends can't make you confident. Your partner can't make you whole. Your job can't give you purpose if you don't create it yourself. And that's not depressing, that's the most liberating thing you'll ever hear. Because it means your happiness is entirely in your hands. Your life is your responsibility, which means your life is your power. When you stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the author of your story, everything changes. You stop complaining and start creating. You stop waiting and start acting. You stop hoping for a better life and start building one. And third, be genuinely grateful for what you have. Right now. Today. In this moment. We live in a culture of scarcity. We're constantly focused on what we don't have. We scroll through social media seeing everyone else's highlight reel and comparing it to our behind the scenes. We think about the job we don't have, the relationship we're not in, the body we don't possess, the money we haven't made. But what if I told you that you already have everything you need to be happy? You have breath in your lungs. You have a heart that's beating. You have eyes that can see beauty, ears that can hear laughter, hands that can touch the people you love. You have a roof over your head, food in your stomach, and access to more information and opportunity than kings and queens of the past could have ever imagined. You have today. You have right now. You have this moment that will never come again. Gratitude isn't just about feeling good, though it does that. Gratitude literally rewires your brain. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. It transforms your perspective from scarcity to abundance. When you practice real gratitude, not just surface-level thankfulness, but deep appreciation for the gift of being alive, you realize that you've been rich all along. You've just been too busy wanting more to notice what you already had. Now here's where the magic happens. When you combine these three principles, when you expect nothing from others, take full responsibility for your life, and practice genuine gratitude, something incredible occurs. You become unbreakable. Unshakable. Happy from the inside out. Your joy stops depending on external circumstances. It becomes something nobody can touch. Someone can be rude to you, and you don't take it personally because you don't expect them to make you happy. You can face challenges without falling apart because you know you're responsible for finding solutions. You can experience setbacks without losing hope because you're grateful for the opportunity to grow. This isn't about becoming emotionless or indifferent. This is about becoming emotionally free. Free from the roller coaster of other people's moods. Free from the prison of unmet expectations. Free from the victim mentality that keeps so many people stuck. So how do you start? How do you actually implement this in your daily life? Start small. Pick one person in your life that you have expectations of. Maybe it's your partner, your parent, your friend. For the next week, practice having zero expectations. Accept them exactly as they are. Notice how this changes your interactions with them. Take responsibility for one area of your life where you've been blaming others. Maybe it's your career, your health, your relationships. Ask yourself, what can I do differently? How can I take control here? And every morning, before you check your phone, before you start thinking about your problems, write down 3 things you're genuinely grateful for. Not the same 3 things every day. Really think about it. Really feel it. The path to happiness isn't complicated, but it's not easy either. It requires you to give up the stories you've been telling yourself about why you can't be happy. It requires you to stop waiting for permission to live the life you want. But here's what I promise you, if you commit to these principles, if you really embrace them, your life will transform. Not overnight, but gradually, surely, powerfully. You'll wake up excited about the day ahead. You'll handle challenges with grace. You'll love people more deeply because you're not expecting them to be perfect. You'll achieve more because you're not wasting energy on blame and resentment. You'll discover what I discovered, that happiness was never something you had to find. It was something you had to choose. It was something you had to create. It was something that was always available to you, just waiting for you to claim it. So I'll leave you with this question: are you ready to take control of your happiness? Are you ready to stop being a passenger in your own life and start being the driver? Are you ready to stop waiting and start living? The choice is yours. It always has been. And that's the most beautiful part of all.